Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss our highlights from the world of bourbon in 2025. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Tim Swyat, Jeff Andreezy, and Kathy Cool.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
What's happening?
Hey, everyone.
Hey-oh, so yeah, we're going to be talking today about some of our highlights from 2025. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, KK said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, KK?
So I was at the Executive Bourbon Steward Party,
Okay.
and someone said, "Oh, those Minnesota accents! I could listen to them read a
Oh my
phone
God.
book all
Oh,
day."
Jesus.
Like the
Like
most.
they were attracted to Minnesota accents?
Yeah, this was the accent that they really liked.
Yeah. Well,
Do you guys have accents?
panty dropper accent.
Yeah, it was a panty dropper. Just so you know, Jeff,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
I'm surprised that actually is a thing, but I guess,
I guess to each their own.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
have
surprised out
accents?
there
Yeah.
in Minnesota. I
Minnesota.
wonder if I'd get some new fans.
Uh-huh.
You guys all know I don't have an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually hate accents.
Me too. This is
like-
how I would answer.
And especially like this is very
I kind of feel bad for Becca right now because, well, if you don't like accents and
I know.
you're married,
I know it's horrible, and I make fun of him for it all the time.
yeah.
But like I especially, and like this will sound like very mean, but I especially hate women with accents.
Mm-hmm.
I hate a woman with especially like a really deep Southern accent. I'm like, oh God, I'm like I can't even listen to this.
Is that your worst one? To me, worst is Boston of all accents. That'd be
yeah.
hard.
That one is
I
hard.
was like,
That's just hard to live your life.
pack.
Yeah.
I just like I say all the time to Royce, like he'll say something, and I'm like oil,
Oh,
the window, a window, or a pen,
yeah.
or a pin. I was
Yeah.
like, he's like,
I got a pen
I
on
need
my
a
head.
pin,
Where?
and I'm like, a pin? Why didn't you a pin? He's like, where's my pin at? I'm like, your pen, a pen to write with,
All right.
like for your on the window with your your window with the
Oh,
Like I just don't, I don't get it. Like I don't. It's not that I don't get it. I just am like I am not I'm not an accent fan at all.
yeah.
I think it's I don't know. It's weird, and also just different voices. One time a woman was hitting on, this woman was hitting on Royce once. He's on the phone with his quote unquote work voice, and she's like, "Oh, doesn't that just like turn you on?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "His work voice." I was like, well, that's really just how he talks pretty much most of the time. But no, like a stern voice does not like
Okay.
make my panties drop. Like I don't know. Like I like a good sounding voice. I wouldn't want to like be with a man that sounds like a chipmunk.
Right.
But I'm not a big fan of accents at all.
Yeah. I'm going to completely agree with Becca. I don't like accents either. I think that they would begin to grate on you over time. So what could be you view as very cute or hot at first, I think is going to be the thing that annoys you down the road. I believe that. People who like accents, I think you're going to turn on it at some point. I'm not the person who likes accents. And voices too are the same type of thing. She talked about chipmunk voice on a guy, the Minnie Mouse voice on a girl. I mean, it's terrible. I just want a good
Or like
sounding voice.
the Valley Girl voice, or like when girls are doing like the weird like little baby voice. Oh, little baby. Oh, little
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, you look
You
so
want
cute, Stevie,
room
with your
for-
little beard. I
Right.
love your little beard, Stevie.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if that sounds good now, I'm telling you, in 5 years, living
I
with
would.
that
I
every day,
couldn't
it's
make
going to
it
grate.
5. No way.
Yeah,
No
it's gonna tear you down at some point.
Yeah.
So no
Spoken like
accents.
people
No
who already
bad
have
ones.
accents. That's very clear.
What's that?
You've spoken. You speak so highly about that. Like you speak so strongly about this because when you have an accent yourself.
I don't think so.
Steve?
Yeah, they come through. Oh, it's crystal clear. That St. Louis accent. You don't hear it?
I don't think so. I think that the
Not at
area
all.
we're from is pretty absent of
Yes.
accents. I do.
There's really
I would
only
agree.
one person on this show right now who talks a little funny.
Yeah.
Are you saying my Chicago accent's a little funny?
I wasn't even fucking looking at you.
Right. Tim's definitely got Chicago accent. But,
He does, slightly.
Every now and
It's
then.
light. The Chicago. If you're not talking about sausages and stuff, it's pretty much okay. I mean,
Every now and then it comes.
it's not a
through.
bad accent.
It's not bad. It's
yeah.
still Midwest.
Right. It's not bad.
No hot dish like their Mr. North Dakota and Jeff and Dreezy.
Oh yeah. You
And
betcha,
also-
Jeff.
Like just a little bit of like a slight, just like to let you know where someone's from. Like that's one thing where there's just like a little tiny bit of like a
Right.
like Tim's and apparently Steve's one. And like I say some things
Really
sometimes that are very North Dakotan. But like that's okay. It kind of like leads you to know like where someone's from. But when it is just like thick,
And it's
Right.
bing
there.
bong,
Every word, every sentence.
Boston.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Nolan's.
I feel like you put me, have 100 people, have me read something and 100 people vote where I'm from, not knowing me. And how many of you think are going to say St.
No
Louis?
one.
Yeah, I don't think that's
No
really
one
a
would
thing. But you get someone that's talking about the car and the park and all. I mean, you're going to know the Boston area. I mean, there might be a town in Boston.
They're gonna be a mass hole for sure.
Right.
Did you say you like accents, Tim?
Me?
Tim does. Oh yeah.
I don't care.
Oh boy,
he's accent
a
neutral.
man of the people.
Oh,
Yes.
he loves it
I
all.
don't care.
Oh,
He
I've
loves it
never
all.
been bothered by people and how they talk.
Right.
Nope.
Right. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh God.
Well, Jeff,
Man of the people. I love them all.
I know I have one, so it's hard for me to pick on those that others that do. But I do have a hard time understanding things sometimes. So
Okay.
it does. At some podcasts, I have to slow down back to normal speed because I just can't hear or understand what they're saying. That
who's making it difficult for you?
Gokin. He's has like a fucking bag of marbles in his mouth all the time. I never understand them.
Okay.
Well, Darren can never get his words straight.
No.
Oh, he's
He's so
mumbling.
flaccid.
Yeah, Darren's part of that.
That's a speech impediment for Darren.
Darren's part of that club.
That's picking on people. We're talking about accents, not a physical disability.
where did
My
Lenny
apologies.
grow
My
up?
apologies, Darren.
Lenny's Philadelphia. Yeah.
Okay, so because Lenny's got some accent in
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
He does. It's Philly,
And
so yeah. Nothing to do with Colorado.
Lenny's accent screws you up there. It makes you stumble. Jeff?
Sometimes just a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
When I'm trying to move through at 1.25 speed.
Out of regulars on the show, anybody that has an accent that really stands out.
McNew.
McNew definitely
Valley
does.
Girl
He's
voice.
definitely from Southern California. I know that.
Royce's gets heavy whenever he's like, if he's like
Yeah.
hanging out if he's with his dad too much, or he's like talking to his like all of a sudden he gets worse.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
he's up
sure.
in North Dakota, all of a sudden you can barely hear it.
Right.
But if you
Sure.
put him down in Eastern Kentucky, I'm standing there. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea what words you're even using at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Royce, out of a regular, she's probably the thickest. accent.
Royce is probably the heaviest out of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky me.
Joe,
Especially when he gets
I know
into his
it's not on
passion
a
stuff.
lot, but Joe has a
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good New
Joe's
York-
definitely a New York accent.
Oh,
yeah.
Joe
that's
does.
true.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
like
tough
Joe.
one to hear too.
Yeah,
I
Joe's
like
not-
Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe's isn't like his isn't annoying though. His just is letting you know where he's from. He's not like saying like weird like New York things though.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
but he is one where let 100 people read or hear something he's reading.
Yeah.
You'd say New York areas.
Yeah.
He's
sure.
definitely has that thing. KK, you asked the question. Let's go back to you. What do you think? Kathy seems like she's probably an accent person.
I bet she's an accent hound. I bet
yeah.
she likes like Australia and London. She's
It
like,
pushes
I
some
love those
buttons.
Aussie boys.
Love the accents.
I knew
They're
it.
fun.
Fun for about 4 months.
My GPS has a British accent,
Uh-huh.
and I love it when he tells me to turn on Lindbergh Boulevard. I think they're fun.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Titillating. Yes.
Could you be married to someone with a thick accent?
As long as I can understand the words.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, you know, at this point, I could be married 3, 4, 6 more times.
Sure.
you're
I
young
feel like
still.
you got 3 more marriages in you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So,
God, yes.
I mean,
a lot of
we
yarn.
might
Might
as
as well add
accent
in a foreigner into that mix.
sure.
Well, maybe there's a widower situation there in the middle there too. So you got at least 4 or 5 left.
Oh,
Might as
yeah.
well make one a Brit.
You got to do every single type of married, divorce, or married and not married kind of situation.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah. So till you always here's where you want to end though. You want to end on the really rich one. That's where you want
Yes.
to complete your career. Yeah. So there you go. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Tim this time. Tim, what do you got there, sir?
Get me out of the way. I've got a very, very loved bottle of Mammoth Distilling Woolly Bourbon.
Okay.
Nothing, for sure. I
He
guarantee
said
it.
nothing before he popped the cork.
Right.
Yep.
What the hell?
Just kidding.
He's just giving. He's giving up. It's over.
He even like twisted it around instead of just pulling it straight out to give like a good pop.
Yeah.
He just was like, no, you can give myself
Nothing.
a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Nope, nothing.
All right, Becca, what do you got?
I have got, I'll do this one. I've got some Old Fitzgerald here, the bottled in bond.
Okay.
This is the one that I famously, I poured for everybody while Royce was out of the office, and then Royce poured it for them a second time, without knowing they already had it in their glass.
And he poured it with a hell of an accent.
Yeah, it was actually, Steve, you were there,
Yeah,
right?
I got a second
It was, Royce was out showing off. He was like showing some people the garage, and so we were all hanging out in here. I think the judge was in here, and I poured this for everybody because it was already open. And I was like, "Oh, you guys want to taste this?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." And so I went and poured it for everybody. I put it back up, and then Royce comes in and he goes, "Do you guys want to try this Old Fitzgerald bottled in bond?" And everyone they all looked at Royce. Tim, were you in here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Everyone looked at Royce, looked over at me, looked back at Royce, and went, "Yeah, we do want to try that."
Yeah.
And Royce went around and poured it for everybody a second time.
They gave a
and
nice
then
heavy pour.
later on, I go, "Yeah, so that was their second taste." He goes, "I was wondering why no one was excited."
Right. The best one out of all of them. Okay, I'm going to do a display that doesn't help the listening audience. But so I had finished mine. So I got an empty glass. I'm like, yeah, I just handed out my glass. John Spry was nursing it because it was such a good pour, and he doesn't get pours like that. So he had a half a glass. He put his hand like this, in Royce. So he covered up that the glass was half full, and he got a pour on top of it.
Trying to sneak one.
That's the ultimate. He got his topped off.
Yeah, it was.
Good move.
It was pretty funny. I told my father-in-law that one, and he just started cracking up about it. So,
Oh, we took him good on that one.
yeah. All right, so Old Fitz.
That sounded like a fart.
It was bassy on my end.
Oh,
Oh, very basic on our end too.
Yeah. That was interesting.
I love
Cheap
duck hunting.
squeak.
Yeah. Okay. That's our lead because Tim went first. So all right, Kathy, you're next.
I'm going to open up some Old Monroe.
Okay.
What
Old
accent was that?
Monroe.
Southern
I don't know.
Illinois.
What kind of accent do you want it to be?
Hey now.
Oh, that's not what I meant. This is the maple.
Okay. I think Becca's Basie one has the lead. I think that because that one
Becca's
was,
fart beat that?
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was
Yes, it
sad.
did.
It was
Yeah.
sad.
Toots
but,
rule.
yeah. Jeff, you're next.
Bottle of Bourbon Deluxe.
Okay.
Oh, hey now.
Okay.
Jeez.
That had a lot going on too. Squeak.
That had a lot going on.
There was some
Exactly.
slosh. There was
Pretty
a
explosive cork pop and slosh. I think you got the lead. All right. I've got a brand new bottle of Peerless, so I'm hopeful for this. It's going to be one of the things I talk about of my Bourbon Highlights 2025. I'll tell you why after the break. This is a barrel pick known as Strawberry Shortcake. Let's see what we got here.
Oh,
It's crisp.
it's pretty clean.
It's clean.
We had the full range of pops on this.
We did. Everything was covered. I'm going to throw it to Becca as the judge here. So I felt like mine obviously was totally clean, no fouls. Jeff had at least 3 fouls on his, but his might have been louder. So what do we got? Who's our winner?
I enjoyed Steve's better.
Okay.
I liked the clean crispness of
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Thought it
so
was
there
just
we
a
go.
nice, good one.
That's a win. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Here, Steve.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're just going to be sharing some of our bourbon highlights of 2025. It could be favorite bottles, it could be favorite experiences, it could be just cool things that we have going on. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
It's JP Knobloch. I have nice hair on the ABV Bourbon Daily Show.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about our 2025 bourbon highlights.
Yes, we are. Anybody want to throw out something, a highlight or anything like that?
I'll jump in
Okay.
with. So my collection, supply, whatever you want to call it, grew by about 30%. So I've been active.
About 300 bottles. Yep.
There's quite a few, and we the artist and I took 3 big boxes of empties to the recycling bin last weekend and dumped them in. That was we weren't sure what we were going to. She thought she might do something with them, but anyway, she said let's just dump them. So they're gone. But I had the opportunity. Well, getting to the anniversary party, 3rd anniversary at Steve's, and getting to meet some more people. And the artist was with, so she got to meet some people along with. So that was neat. We got to spend some time by the pool with Lenny at the hotel and have a cigar and talk bourbon. And then just a few barrel picks that are always memorable and fun. And the artist got to join in on one. She wasn't intending to, but they had room and space, so she got to do one at
Dancing Goat.
Wollersheim, I think.
Wollersheim.
Yeah, Wollersheim. Dancing Goat, she was
there, but she didn't get sick.
Yeah, she was the designated driver, thank God. So
gotcha. Yeah, you do need one
so
at that place.
That's highlights, and I've got one more trip coming up this week out to Kentucky, so I'm looking forward to that. Going to stop at 2 or 3 places I've never been. Okay. And going to have some fun. So it's been just growing a little bit for me, and just being on this show semi-regularly has just been fun, and getting to know this group and others. So mostly Steve, again, I love the introduction to the single barrels, but having a nice one-on-one talk with people like Demetrius and others, and getting to just meet people, know them a little deeper. And I'm a pretty strong introvert, takes a little bit for me, but those settings have been great. So I really, my year's been fun. So it's been fun.
That's cool. What else? Anybody else? Some highlights? 2025?
For me, I did my first 2 batches, which was scary.
That's a big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal.
So that was scary, but both have been, I think, very well received. I've had a lot of people be really excited about that 4 grain, the bottle and bond one. People were pumped up about, and the other one's just getting out to. It's just getting out to some markets now, and it seems like people are really enjoying that one as well. And so that was it was really scary, honestly, to do that, just because people online are real dickbags a lot of times. And so that's kind of a nerve-wracking thing. But the reception's been really good on both of those, and it was, like I said, it was very. It's kind of scary to do that sometimes, and then I've seen a few reviews go out on a few of them. It's like, oh God, what are people gonna say? But it's been good, so that was a big deal for me, just to get my boots wet on that. Yeah,
that's big stuff.
Congrats on that.
So how do you mentioned the comments, Becca, the negatives, and how do you balance canceling out all the negatives and forgetting them, but seeing all the super positive ones, and are you able to do both?
I don't really see too many terrible comments, I guess, at least towards the stuff that I've done necessarily. So there's some people who just people saying things are like grainy or whatever, like that doesn't really bother me at all. Like I haven't gotten any sort of like crazy bad reviews on anything that I've done. So I've thankfully been spared so far. At least I've not seen them. I'm sure they're out there. But I also don't go digging for comments, right? Because I don't want to hurt my own feelings. And I kind of just try to focus on the good ones. Like it was cool that the guys from Bourbon Pursuit, talked about my bottled and bond the day before the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. And then there's people that were searching for it all over the festival, that was really cool. They didn't have to do that. And it was cool that they said that they liked it so much. I was like, okay. That was a surprise, Yeah. And so I usually just kind of keep my eyes open for the good stuff, because I don't need to necessarily hear the bad stuff.
Yeah.
because
Stay positive.
it's not gonna build up my confidence to do this more. Reading, because like the negatives, and here's the thing, is the negative comments are never someone that actually fucking knows anything, and so they're not gonna be helpful comments.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
Like someone complaining about an age on something, or like I said, graininess or some bullshit like that. Like that's not like okay. Like I know the bottled and bond was only 4 years old. Sorry, it's not older. Like I know that has grain forward notes, which most people have really enjoyed. So like I don't really care about those kind of comments. You know, if there was someone who was actually in the industry that was like, you should try doing this next time, then that's a different kind of comment that I would actually search out and look for. But some dumb fuck on the internet saying something, like I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. KK, how about you? Highlights of 2025 as we start to wind the year down here.
Mine is travel related.
Okay.
I got to see, well, Bardstown's always a fun time.
Oh yeah.
That's always fun. Key West was fun. And then I saw some distilleries I'd never been to. Old Pogue right there along the river where it's practically in the river. Really cool. And then you go in to, tour the distillery, which it really isn't a tour. You walk into a room.
It's like a house.
And they're actually distilling. Like he's distilling and talking to you at the same time. So that was kind of fun. Dueling Grounds, New Riff, Green River. I'd never been to any of those before. I got to work, do some work with 10th Mountain. Like that. I got to work for Righteous Road. That was a good time. And I'm just looking forward to more.
Okay.
More in 2026.
Okay. All right, Tim.
Yeah, so business-wise, I was pretty happy to keep this flagship whiskey thing moving, and already got January booked and almost sold out. So people still like it. Community's expanding, and we're going to keep the hits coming. All new distilleries every time. So it's not easy to do, especially with contraction and folks being a little more cautious with how they're spending their marketing dollars and stuff like that. So business-wise, going well there. And then I would say travel-wise, finally got out there some good experiences. October, I ended up having 3 weekends in a row of whiskey-related visits. One to St. Louis. Had got a chance to also be at the 3rd anniversary to as well for the Barrel Shop in St. Louis, and then getting the invite and going to the Pumpkin Patch event with the Neelys was something pretty special.
That was fun.
That is just you just never know what you're going to get when you start walking with some of these crew and have it, and then just the camaraderie. It's something. And Jeff, you hit it best. It's the conversations, and it's those moments that matter. And these folks see everybody all the time, but it matters to us folks out here who are just fans. At the end of the day, we're all just fans.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. I'll talk at it from 3 perspectives, 2 businesses and personal. On a personal basis, I think a highlight for me was a trip we called the Millionaires trip.
That's cool.
The fact that we had a group together. It's based on Whiskey Row. There's so much to do, and there's getting to be more and more to do. Since we've been there, Whistle Pig opened up a place, and it looks pretty cool. And I think they're going to continue to open up places around there, and it's easy to coordinate. It almost feels like that's our fall version of the Key West trip. It feels kind of like that. It's a small, kind of congested area that has a lot of things to do, and got it lined out for next year. A group that'll be going down, and we save all year for it. And this idea of, hey, if you put money aside and it's still your money and you're spending it, but if you put it aside and you just open up a jar at the end of a year and then take out whatever you've been managed to put aside, you can spend that pretty freely. It doesn't feel like, hey, I'm going to have this credit card bill in a month or whatever. It feels pretty cool, and I really enjoyed it because it was stress-free for me. It wasn't over the top where I had to worry about the deadlines in a big group. It was just 10 people, and we were able to coordinate and do some cool things. But also there was downtime in there too, like Key West, where you can kind of do your own things, and that's part of the fun. And that's where I got my Peerless bottle at. It wasn't part of the agenda, but strolled down there, and they had a couple good barrel picks, and bought the one that I liked best. So that was cool, and that's going to be something I think we do every year. So the Millionaires weekend is a fun trip for sure. On a business side, for the ABV network, I feel like we did a great job this year of events. 2 Bourbon Paloozas and a few other events, and I think that's going to be more and more of a focus to build up the events and things like that. I think that I think people are going to have a lot of fun. The idea of people spending their discretionary income for events that you coordinate is really a neat thing. They're saying, hey, they like what you're doing. It gives them fun in their life, and I think that's pretty important. It feels pretty good when those things go right. So I'm going to be doing more of that. And then on the ABV Barrel Shop, I think that we had a big win this year. We did 3 festivals. We're going to be doing 4 next year. So I was talking, come up with the 3 festivals. We're going to have 4 next year. We had 3 festival dates, and we struggled with that speakeasy. We got the second place, basically double our rent. And at first, it looked like it was going to be an albatross, a big error that we had made. And it's totally turned around now. Now we use it for storage when we need it. We just used it the other day. We had 2 events. One was running long. We had a second group show up. We're like, hey, go over to our speakeasy, enjoy yourself, have a pour, have some snacks. So we use it for a lot of stuff. But the key thing we use it for, there's a lot of things that don't, for storage, you're not making any money with it. For putting people in a queue for the next event, you're not making any money off of that. But we do 3 festivals in 2025, and those 3 festivals accounted for 12% of our income. 3 days on the counter. 3 days counts for 12% of our income. Those days were huge for us, and it would never have happened without taking over that side of the shop. So, cheers to my buddy Jim, and we went back and forth, and that was a struggle. Do we get this? Do we don't? And when we got it, it didn't look good, and he didn't live to see this thing come to fruition. But it is really an important part of the business, and that all came together really this year. So it's really amazing how important that is for our business. So that's definitely a highlight for me for 2025. 3 days that drive that much of our revenue. It's pretty amazing. So it tells us our audience, our people, that's how we grow our business. We get so many new people now find us at first because we're doing a festival, and then they stay our customers. It's really a way to grow our business. So it's cool. It's really cool. We went around the horn. Did anybody else think of anything else they'd like to add to 2025? All right. Well, thank you for filling in while I was having a coughing break.
Yeah, we just did a Neely ad there.
Yeah. I'll send over an invoice for that, and we'll
Hardly any charge.
I'm sure Royce will settle when he sees the
Yes, I am almost to get paid for a year. Royce pays me on a yearly basis in Key West for some reason. I don't know how this got started as an annual tradition, but
our Neely ad worked last week when I podcast.
Yeah, see?
Katie Joyce went online after the podcast and bought a bunch of bottles.
There you go. See, advertising works.
Because it shows me like who buys the bottles, and it said her name at the top, and I was like, okay, that has to be. And I looked, it said Missouri. I was like, okay, yep.
Yeah. So there you go. Awesome. So, all right. Well, there's a look at some of our highlights in 2025. Share with us yours in the comments below. I don't know what that means. All right.
You're listening to the Bourbon Daily. Our bumpers here too. This is great.
Yeah, there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
2 Z's. All right. He's from Canada. Well, you're basically in Canada
British.
anyway. So,
right?
Yeah.
He's being British.
Well, I always hear the Canadians say that. So
Yeah, the French. I got the French Canadian in me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh boy, what's his name?
Tim, how about? Well, we went up to when we went up to Canada. I had to travel with someone for work, and our company is international. And they were in Canada, but it's really separate. It's like 2 separate. They had sold off the Canadian rights years ago, but they still have some affiliation. So we had to go up there one time, and they started talking about give us a rating between a Z and 100. And the lady I was with was like, "What the fuck is Z?" And I was like, "Oh, that's 0. That's how they say 0 there. That's what they mean." So. Yeah, so we were rating everything from Z to 100, and she didn't know. So, yeah. Tim, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at Our Flagship Whiskey.
KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
That same lady fell asleep in a presentation They had an economist come in there who basically was talking about why things were going bad in Canada at the time, and he just was blasting the U.S. Everything was U.S. related because our economy sucked and it caused them to. Yeah, but she fell asleep, so I took a photo of her and sent it to our marketing department. They put it in a newsletter. Person falls U.S. representative falls asleep at meeting. Oh, it's great times. Imagine working with me. It's fun stuff.
Goes well with your Oprah Winfrey email.
Yeah. I guess I did do a couple things there. Yeah, the Oprah Winfrey and that. So, Becca, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
Another thing from that event. What they would do, so you have like again, very different from the U.S. This is something that's like culture shock. You go up there and their bonding thing, like we would do stuff like that too. You might have like bingo in a room or something like that. Theirs was a drinking game. You got 5 different beers. You had to guess what beers they were, just with nothing by taste. So I was like, man, Canada is very different than the U.S. So yeah, I'll have more updates for you. More updates for you from my 1990 convention in a moment. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me at the ABV Barrel Shop. This is going to be the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. Becca, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
That'll do it for today. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.